First time the team and I talked about it, they were like, how do you think Jack's doing? And I said, guys, I might be delusional, but this might be the only guy I've ever seen actually do what he says he's going to do. I don't know what's going on here, but like leads are coming in and they actually want spray foam. They are buying from us. This is very strange. And by the way, for anybody watching this testimonial, I asked to do this. And I've told Jack this testimonial over and over and over and over again on our live calls, because it's very rare to be impressed in this side of the business. So my name's Ian with Iowa Spray Foam Pros. I'm one of the partners, and I guess the operations, I make all the decisions on the operations. Let's say that, because I'm not on the ground. I do make the decisions on the back end operations. We're hiring, I want to tell you right now, bottom barrel salespeople to go out and like beat the streets and bang on doors. That was not effective. Can't track that. There's no metrics behind that. I mean, yeah, there are with how many doors did you knock? How many calls did you make? How many conversions? Like there are, but you know, then you got guys not using systems. They're not putting their numbers in. It was like herding cats. We had worked with several other companies to generate cold leads, like internet-based leads, like ads, and huge embarrassing failures is like putting it nicely. Honestly, dude, this business that you're in and weathermen are, in my opinion, based on all of the clowns that I have worked with, and I have no issue with calling them clowns. They have been clowns. It puts a really bad taste in everybody's mouth when somebody says, oh, I can do this. And then you pay, and then it doesn't happen. And they say, but if you keep paying, it will happen. And I go, but based on the data I have, it's not happening. So why would I keep paying, right? And then all of a sudden you're the bad guy because you want to bail because it's not working. Like it's that vicious cycle that I've experienced for a very long time in all of my different businesses. And then the lowest level of accountability I have found in the marketing / online lead gen sector. Just none. Like you're completely off. I know we can't guarantee stuff. I know that you're not magic makers. You don't have a crystal ball. There is formula. There is a math problem that you can solve, right? And so I had pretty much given up on online stuff and just thought, all right, well, I will just go out and find, higher dollar sales guys, and I will train them harder, and I will, and we're in the middle of Iowa. I mean, that's not as prevalent as a major primary market. So we ran into that. It's a snowball that will get very out of control very quickly unless you find something that actually works that you can count on. The biggest challenge that we faced was people, right? In a business, like my profession is building businesses for a living for people as a fractional CEO or COO. And you have two main problems in a business: a people problem or a process and systems problem. We were developing our processes and systems as fast as we could. We were just running into a people problem in that the people wouldn't work the process or system. Quality candidates, and we take a little bit of that on. Like we were new, we didn't know a lot about the business. It's definitely on us too as the leaders, and the converting good quality leads. Like you got to have good quality leads to be able to convert them. So the leads that we were getting were bottom barrel. I mean, we did Angie's, we did Home Advisor, and one other one of those type of companies. Every month we're looking at this and just seeing cash just flow out the window. How does this work for other people? How do they do this? If this doesn't work for us and we're kind of pushing every button that is the like quote unquote model, then how else is this supposed to work? And where are we going wrong? And it really was that people challenge, the people in our seats in the company, the people in the seats in our marketing team, the people in the seats in other places. It was the people. Once we said, okay, just because we're new at this doesn't mean that we have to be hostages in our own business to subpar standards, right? And so once we made a decision that we were going to hold high standards, regardless our experience or our P&L or our balance sheet, that we could demand high quality from people right off the bat, that started to change. And not only did it start to change the outcome, it started to attract in or change the level of people that were being attracted into our business. And like you're an example of that. And I don't know if we would have been able to work with you in the very beginning, to put the light on us. Maybe we weren't the type of leaders that you'd want to deal with or a person of your caliber would even take on, because we were kind of just trying to figure things out and dial things in and fail through things and break systems quickly. I think like it all turned when, you know this, I've told you this millions of times. And by the way, for anybody watching this testimonial, I asked to do this. And I've told Jack this testimonial over and over and over and over again on our live calls, because it's very rare to be impressed in this side of the business. And we can go into more of that, but it all turned when you came on board for the inflow, and we wound up, our sales guy just like walked off the job, no call, no show. And we took our operations guy and said, hey man, for a few weeks, can you like, we got a new lead source. Can you just like handle some of these? They're probably not going to be good anyway, but just try it. And then it just started to catch. And we were like, oh, wow, it's that combination, right? It's definitely that combination. And then we hit it really nice. It's hard, dude, because we were all manual lead gen before. That's probably the biggest challenge is we were door knocking and networking, and like that's how we were getting leads, because the other leads were so terrible that I really don't have any metrics except for zeros, right? On those leads, we were just chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing, and half the leads had wrong numbers, and like another quarter of them, well, I didn't do that. I didn't submit that, inquiry. So that's what we were dealing with. It's very inefficient and time consuming, and it's like heartbreaking because you're like, damn man, can I just catch a little break here? Can I get like one lead that comes in that says, oh, spray foam? Yes, I do want that. And I would like to talk to you guys. And so it was kind of disheartening. So I don't even know if it's just the numbers, just the metrics. It's really like so many different aspects of mind share and confidence that you guys instilled in us just by taking action and just by doing what you do. And I mean, I would say we've consistently gone up by more than like 35%, I would say consistently, revenue wise. The other really, really, really impressive piece, you can get anybody to generate your leads, right? And the really impressive piece is something that you and I talk about a lot, which is we have a 30+% close ratio month after month after month after month. So out of 10 leads that come in, just 10, right? We don't need to pump thousands of leads in and sift through them and have ISA teams and all these automations. Out of 10 leads that come in, which there are more than that, but out of 10, 3 will buy, right? That's awesome. That is so awesome. You can't put a price on that, in all honesty. And you secretly should probably put a bigger price on it, but don't do that to me. Don't do that to anybody watching this. Like the first time the team and I talked about it, they were like, how do you think Jack's doing? And I said, guys, I might be delusional, but this might be the only guy I've ever seen actually do what he says he's going to do. I don't know what's going on here, but like leads are coming in and they actually want spray foam and they are buying from us. This is very strange. And I talked to you about it. And then, your honesty, your integrity, your availability, like to the point where nobody else in my marketing world, nobody have I ever wanted to communicate with outside of a meeting. I'm looking at them with like death eyes and daggers because I'm so pissed off that I'm just spending money. And they're like, yeah, well, that didn't hit. Maybe we'll try this. And I'm like, yeah, let me keep cutting you checks for you to try things. The point is, I texted you on your birthday because you had mentioned it one time, and I was like, oh, I'm going to text him because you're a really integral part in our business family, right? I really appreciate what you do. As a young guy, you got so much talent, you got so much accountability, and you actually have a lot of passion for what you do. And it's massively rare, dude, massively rare. So whether or not you can increase the business by 5% or 500%, the fact of the matter is you deliver consistently, or you deliver consistency consistently, which makes a sustainable product for us. I know that I can count on Jack. And even when things slow down, right? Even when you're like, hey, this algorithm changed, and we're like, and because I said, Jack, the leads have slowed down. Are you seeing something? You're immediately on the phone. We're already on it. We're taking care of this. You'll see it pop back up next month. It pops back up next month. By the way, even when they drop down a little bit, we're still closing over 30%, which is unheard of for a cold internet lead. Dude, I can't say enough good stuff about you, man. Like, I was honored to do this for you because I think that more people need to know that there's a lot of scumbags out there in the marketing world, a lot of affiliate stuff, a lot of guys that talk a lot of game and they cannot back it up. I've been in business for over 20 years and I have worked with nobody as good as you. No joke. Like, I'm not getting paid for this. Jack, you're not giving me a discount for this, and I'm not asking for it because your talent deserves whatever it is we pay you. Thing that people have to know is that just because they say they can do it and just because they show you some kind of infograph or like bar graph that shows their last client that they got this for, you gotta come to a guy like me and go, who's the person behind this besides the talent? What are the type of deliverables? What kind of accountability do they have when things don't go the best or what they promised you? Are they going to show up? Are they going to make a bunch of excuses? Or are they actually going to like go, hey, you know what? That's on us. This is what we're going to do with you next month. This is what you can count on. If it's not, I'm going to call you. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to walk you through the changes. Marketing is not in like one size fits all thing. You can't just go get one person because they say they do Google and Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube ads and all this stuff. You have to go with a person that actually runs their business at the same standards or higher than you run your business, right? And that for us is you, for sure, hands down. If you ever go anywhere, like, I'm gonna be really pissed because I won't know who to go to, dude. I don't trust anybody else at this point. I've worked with over 50 marketing companies who have promised the world and delivered very little. There's nobody else that I would have work our marketing to the point where I call you about all of my other businesses. And I'm like, dude, you need to learn this industry because I need you on this. I know you don't do this industry, but you have to help me with this because I can't trust anybody else, you know? And it's not just your delivery of leads that has me trust you. It's who you are and the people that you work with, like on your team. Those people have earned our trust. And that's a very big thing that you can't buy.